Hey, my friends! So, are you wondering what does it mean to crush it? Maybe you've heard lots of people talk about it. Maybe you've listened to Gary Vee's or read his book, Crush It, and maybe you've read or heard of his new book, the book Crushing It, which I'm listening to right now. It's been out for a while, but either way, you might be thinking, are you doing the right things? Because I know some of the things I do that maybe I wouldn't consider part of crushing it, right? So we're going to talk about that in a sec, but first this. So the real question is this. What are the strategies, techniques, and tools that you need to learn to generate residual income from the e-learning boom that's happening right now? My name is Jean-Serge and welcome to Course Income Secrets. And one of the strategies is crushing it, is doing everything that you can to build up your brand so that you can eventually sell your courses, sell your products, sell your services, get people to join your opportunity. You got to have people interested in what you're about before they'll be interested in what you have, right? And that's part of crushing it. Crushing it has to do with taking action every day that others aren't willing to be taking. It has to do with taking more action than other people are doing, right? So I mean, if you're a person that has a 9-to-5 job and then gets home and watches TV and then spends time with the kids and your wife, your husband, and then you watch TV again and then you go to bed and then you go to work the next day, and on the weekends you go out and do family activities, you got things going on, everything. Well, you're not crushing it, right? You're just living life like regular people. You need people like that. You can't have everybody crushing it. You've got to have people out there that are just living their regular life, having a job, right? So that's okay. That's okay to be like that. But if you are, I'm just telling you, you're not crushing it. Even though you might think, oh my God, I'm working, 8 to 6 every day. So I'm working extra hours and I'm doing lots of stuff for the family and I'm doing lots of stuff and I need my break to watch TV. Well, you're not crushing it, because crushing it is about doing something other than your day job, right? That's the basics. That's the one thing, the first thing, right? The first thing you got to be doing is building something other than your day job. It doesn't matter how amazing your day job is. It doesn't matter how busy you are, how awesome you are there. You're still not building something on the side, and that, to me, that doesn't qualify as crushing it. Of course, if you're like Gary Vee and that your day job is what you've been doing, you could maybe qualify it as that. But even then, you'd have to be doing all sorts of stuff that relate to your day job, because if you think about somebody like him, his day job is what he does after hours as well. He's doing it like not 24 hours a day, but almost, right? He's sleeping and then that's whatever hours are left, right? So when you wonder, am I crushing it? Am I, like, you're starting to build a brand, you're producing content, you're engaging, you're connecting with people, you're sending messages, you're commenting and liking on their posts, you're doing all these things, and you're doing that all the time. Is that crushing it, right? Is that crushing it? Well, that's probably debatable, but the thing is that crushing it really has to do with doing things that will take you to a goal, right? Will take you to a business, will take you to sales, will take you to income, right? So if you're just doing that and nothing's happening, well, maybe you're crushing it, because your end goal is still to get there, but you got to have some little bit more focused activities that relate to where you're trying to go. Like for me, right, I might, I actually been watching the last couple of weeks, I do watch a show, right? I watch a show probably half an hour, 1 hour every day, just to wind down before going to bed, right? So recently I've been watching Deep Space Nine. Before that I was watching Big Bang Theory. I watched 2.5 Men. I watch really comedies and a bit of the sci-fi, because my daughter's watching that now, which is kind of cool. But that's the thing. So I just need that. That's my break, right? But other than that, I'm working 9 to 5, my day job. I'm actually getting up at like 5 a.m. almost every day, going out to work out. And then for about half an hour, 40 minutes while I'm cooling down before my shower, I actually do some work on the computer with my website that I'm building. After work, even at lunchtime, most days I come here because that's the cool thing about living a minute away from work. I can come at lunchtime and work for 45 minutes on the website again. And then after work, as soon as I get here, I start working on the website until I have calls with my family, that kind of stuff, because I'm remote. So if I was living with them, things would be different. Obviously, I would be spending time with them. I would be doing things with them. Being remote, being 12 hours away from my family, that's basically what my schedule is. And if I could after work go go out with people, go out with friends, do things, be social, be out there, go see movies, go have a drink with friends, or I could do all those things, but I'm not doing those things. I'm building my business and I'm building my brand by doing these videos every morning and posting on social media and engaging. So, I'm still not perfect. I still spend time sleeping. I spend time, going to my day job. I spend time, some days I have lunch with the people at work. Sometimes I have calls on the phone with my family. I spend time with my family, and I watch a bit of TV. So, does that mean I'm not crushing it? Does that mean you're not crushing it if you indulge in a few little things that, give your life a little bit of a break from the craziness of building a brand, of doing a business, of doing all this? I don't think so. I think that you're allowed to have some, downtime. I could say, well, I'm not spending any time at all on anything. I'm not watching any TV. All I do is on the computer and everything. But that I think it's kind of like some say you got to go out, right? You got to go out in nature. You got to go for hikes, and you got to be part of the energy of the earth and that kind of stuff, right? Which I don't do. And sometimes I think I should once in a while, at least maybe once a week, go for a walk or something, right? But there's different things that you can do to kind of disconnect from your crazy crush it, activities, right? So you do need that, I think. Anyways, I don't know. I don't even remember if Gary Vee talks about disconnecting a certain amount of time a week or a certain amount of time a month or that kind of stuff. But I'm sure he does. I mean, I know he goes on vacation sometimes with his family. He does certain things. So, that's the thing. He's works like a crazy person, but he still has some, downtime and that kind of stuff. And I think that's important. I don't know what you think, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Put comments below or send me a message or anything, and I'd love to have a conversation. What do you think is, okay to have as an activity that kind of gives yourself a break? And how much do you think you need to be working, and what do you need to be doing to be crushing it, right? What is it that you consider crushing it? So are you crushing it? I'd like to hear from you. Go ahead and comment, send me a message. Let's talk. So hopefully you liked this, you enjoyed this message, and if you think anybody else needs to hear it, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. I would too. This has been Course Income Secrets, the entrepreneur's blueprint to generating income from the e-learning boom. Some of your friends need to hear this message, so don't forget to share. For more content like this, go to CourseIncomeSecrets.com and make sure to subscribe and follow us here. My name is Jean-Serge. Until next time.